Are we in a Tengu? No, we are in a wonderful little Gnosis. Look at us go. In a Gnosis! Yes. We are back, everyone. Last week here on the Boojum-Verse, we asked ourselves the question, can our T3C Tengu complete the Winter Nexus Combat Sites? And we were very happy to discover that yes, the T3C, the Tengu, can easily complete the Winter Nexus event sites. So today, during our live stream, we asked ourselves, can we design a ship that is both relatively easy to access and relatively cheap that can run the Winter Nexus Combat event sites? In that spirit, we considered two ships. The first one we thought about designing to was, of course, none other than the Drake. But in the spirit of even easier accessibility, we decided to try out the Gnosis. Of course, a free ship that you can get during the Capsuleer Day events. The Gnosis is very cheap. Here in Amar, we can see that they're selling for just under 40 million ISK, so not very expensive at all. And the fit that we ended up going with was less than 80 million ISK. So very, very cheap, unlike our very expensive Tengu. This is quite the opposite. Now, with the Gnosis, we're not going to be getting nearly the same DPS that we were on our Tier 3 Tengu. I also think the Gnosis struggles a little bit when it comes to its capacitor. As such, we have had to really focus on creating a cap-stable fit while also trying to balance our survivability as well as our DPS. Now, we didn't test this fit in any of the low-sec or null-sec sites. It handled the high-sec sites just fine. It did take a little bit of time to clear them, but as long as nobody else jumps in to try and steal the battleship kill at the very end, this Gnosis can clear the event site just fine. Let's jump into the fit and see what do we get for 78.8 million ISK. For the highs, the mids, and the lows, we have opted to use Tier 2 modules. We're not really using any faction modules, but we did decide to use as many Tier 2s as we thought was necessary for this fit. I think you could probably go with Tier 1s and do pretty well. We were being a little cautious just to make sure that we could actually clear the site. In the highs here, we've got Heavy Assault Missile Launcher 2s, and we are using the Mjolnir Rage or Javelin ammunition, depending on what our target is. Why Mjolnir? Because we want to exploit the EM hole Sancha's ships have. You can see as well that with the Rage Heavy Assault Missiles, we're only able to get 17 kilometers of flight range. That never really seemed to be much of a problem during the sites at all. The enemies generally approach you rather than try to run away. The cruisers and the battleship were always within range of our missiles and our drones, and the frigates were well within range of the Javelin missiles when we were taking those down. Now, we do have one empty high slot here, but you can see that we are pretty much maxed out on our CPU. Not a lot of stuff that we're going to be able to throw in there. Mid slots, we have a 10 meganewton monopropellant enduring afterburner. We elected to go with the afterburner because I know that a lot of the rats in those sites have scrams, which would shut down a micro warp drive. And we're also trying to get a little bit of speed going so that we can tank the battleship just a little bit. We are going to get webbed a lot. That's going to slow us down quite a bit. We ended up averaging probably around 100 to 200 meters per second with the webs applied from our 421.9 meter per second speed with the afterburner applied. But I think it's still a little bit helpful to have a little bit of speed going in there. From there, we've got two Multispectrum Shield Hardener 2s that gets our resistances up to 67% across the board. Very important to make sure those resists are up. Those really give us a lot of survivability here. And I will say, from a survivability standpoint, the high-sec event sites were super easy when it came to damage. Never was that big of an issue. 35,000 EHP is quite a lot, way more than we have even in our Tengu. We've got a large, compact acid cap battery to try and get us to a nice cap stable fit here. We also are using a compact shield boost amplifier combined with an extra large C5 compact shield booster. Those two mods together are going to give us 115.4 HP per second active defense, which is plenty. So much. Moving on to the lows. We have a Ballistic control system 2 to try and get our damage just a little bit higher up there. And then we have 4 Capacitor Power Relay 2s to continue to strive for a cap stable fit. Getting this fit cap stable was very difficult, especially with that extra large compact shield booster. Finally, for our last low slot, we've got a Damage Control Unit 2 to just help us get a little bit more defenses out. All right, for the rigs, we're trying to do 2 things. 1, make sure we have enough CPU for all of our attachments, and then 2, make sure we've got that cap stable fit. So you can see here we have 2 medium processor overclocking units. Without one of those, our CPU is completely maxed out. For the last rig, we're using the medium capacitor control circuit 1. That is going to allow us to be cap stable at 40.7% with everything turned on. So as you can see, we are sitting just shy of 500 DPS at 496.8. We have an alpha of just shy of 1500 HP, so 1468. Lots and lots of defense, 35,000 EHP here with 115 HP per second for our active extra large shield booster. Now, some of that damage is coming from our drones. So what have we elected to use here? Acolytes and infiltrators. Acolytes for the frigates, infiltrators for the cruisers and the battleship. Now, we're just running Acolyte 1s and Infiltrator 1s because we have not yet trained up our Amar drones high enough. But that being said, the Acolytes and the Infiltrators did just fine. We're only doing about 100-ish DPS, but they do help us take down those frigates and cruisers just a little bit faster. So overall, how did the fit do? Super easy. Very easy to run the high-sec event sites with this Gnosis. Super cheap, which I love. Pretty easy to get into. Some of the tier 2 attachments will take a little bit of time, but I think you could probably do this all with tier 1s and do just fine. We've got a full playthrough of one of our first sites with it. Again, here in high sec, so relatively easy. It sounds like the sites in low sec are a bit more challenging, but probably a lot more lucrative when it comes to their loot. Next time, I think we're maybe going to go and jump out to low sec, try something like this out, or we also thought maybe we'd see if we can do one of these sites in a destroyer. The Jackdaw really jumped out at me. I would love to see if we could accomplish one of these sites in a Jackdaw. And so we might give that a shot next time, or maybe later on this week. With that being said, thank you all for joining us yet again here in the Boojum-Verse. Make sure to catch us live every Saturday and Sunday at 11 o'clock Eastern Time. This next weekend on the 21st and 22nd, we're going to be hosting a wormhole survival guide tutorial stream. So feel free to jump in, ask any questions you may have about J-Space, or help me learn how to survive in a wormhole space myself. Thanks again for being here. Make sure to do all the YouTube things, like, subscribe, comment, and the next time you undock, remember, just focus. You're better than them. Fly dangerous. See if the Legion comes through too. It appears that they're leaving, so we should be the only ones here then. Love that. Love that. All right. So we've got some little guys here. They've all warped away. Turn on all of our things, and we might be in for a real treat here. Let's just lock up these little frigate guys and get everybody going. All right, go little robots, go kill. Yes. All right, hold on to your butts, everybody. We'll see what happens. So far, decent damage on this guy. We need to get our shield rep actually going. Nailed it. Off to a great start. Great start. Just kind of watch and make sure none of these guys get yellow boxed. Make sure we have all these cats locked up. We do. We're orbiting the enemies. And, go, my little robots. Go, my sweet drones. There we go. Hotkey management. We're nailing it. So far, so good. Are we in a Tengu? No, we are in a wonderful little Gnosis. Look at us go. In a Gnosis. Yes. Yes. Lilium, what is going on? Welcome, welcome. Lilium Cobra's here to watch our little Gnosis succeed. I think we might doing okay on this wave anyway. Ah! Return drones. Forgot about the drones. Get back, get back. Oh god, we lost all of our drones. Oh my god. A sugar frosted Gnosis, that's right. That's right. Alright, try again. We'll just keep our drones in for a little bit. Just keep them in for a tad bit. And we'll get them back out there. You just kind of get some shields back. We lost 2 of them. Poor bastards. Alright, go drones. Deploy. Take some of our infiltrators out there. I'm just going to recall all of them at once instead of individually like I did last time. That might be a little bit easier to manage. The Cerberus does really well also. Dude, I bet the Cerberus does a great job. I bet the Cerberus is spectacular. Alright, last guy. Let us get the missiles going, and then we can start to work on our cruisers here. Oop, drones taking damage. Let's get them back in here. Recall the drones. There we go. They're back safe and sound. And we're going to take out this guy. And they should all be in range. Plenty of range. Okay, then we want to just go with the infiltrators. Just the infiltrators is what we want on this next round of drones, right? Because these are the cruisers. There we go. So let's get these guys out here. And then let's reload our rages. Go, my little drones. Go, infiltrators. Launch you as well. Go kill. 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 Yes. All right. Got the rage out. Perfect. I think it'll be okay. Those drones died a hero's death. That's right, Spaz. Eject from your ship and get back. Drones never get targeted again until session change. Oh. Tease the drones. Send them return when targeted. Aha, okay. That's interesting, Alvaron. I didn't know about eject from your ship. Curious. Well, we're not really about exploits. I want to try to do this all of our own merit. You know what I mean? We'll see how that battle ship does. Return my drones, my children. I think we're doing fine. Brave little baby bots. That's right. All right, go again, drones. Got a random acolyte in there. That's fine. That is fine. How bad are these webs? Double webs. We are extraordinarily slow. I think I'm glad I brought the AB, though. I'm glad I brought the AB. We're not getting neuted that badly. I think we're doing just dandy right now. We've got decent damage against these guys. Way better than I thought that we were going to have, actually. Way better than I thought we were going to have. You return to the drone bay. Try to be specific about who comes back to the drone bay. Ooh, that guy's taking a bunch of damage. Run, infiltrator! Go faster! Quickly kill this guy. Deploy you. And deploy you. There we go. Now, back into the fray. Get him. Everybody kill this guy. Okay. Dude, I can't believe the Gnosis is doing well, right? We're using heavy assault missiles, Alvaron. Yes. The icons are pretty small, right? Little tiny heavy assault missiles. Little hams. Shooting the enemies up nicely. Just need more experience with drones. Yes. Yes. Just gotta practice with our drones a bit more. Get some more drone practice. But I mean, I feel like for 70, less than 80 million, an 80 million little Gnosis, like, not bad, right? Not too bad. I feel very comfortable. We always, I tend to, like, wildly overestimate the difficulty of some of these sites. Maybe I'm just overly cautious. But I think this little Gnosis is doing surprisingly well. Maybe I shouldn't be surprised. Did you guys think that we were gonna do this well? I mean, we'll see what the battleship has in store, right? What does the battleship have in store for us? That could be rather difficult. But so far, this little... I mean, the cruisers are kind of slow. They're kind of slow. We're going to need to reload here before the battleship. Better be overly cautious than Leroy Jenkins. I sort of disagree, Lilium. I think in EVE Online, what better way to learn than just send it? You know what I mean? Go jump in. That's what I kind of thought what we were doing here. I actually thought we were going to do not nearly as well. Let's start going down this way, and let's reload as well on the way. I know the battleship tends to show up next to this little tower here. Keep our drones out for now. Actually, let's get the acolytes back in, and then we can get the infiltrators out. And I need you. We need to get an orbit on you. We're going to see how bad this hurts. This is going to hurt. Offset a little bit. Yes. Yes. Good. Oh my. Drones are getting... Go drones. Kill. What's our range? 17 kilometers on the hams. Okay. Not bad. Web, scram, and may or may not newt. Yep. That's true, Glitched. Leroy Jenkins, that approach does depend on how deep your wallet is. That's true. The rule of EVE Online of never undock a ship you're not willing to lose or can afford to replace always remains true. Always remains true. Right, we're within range. I think we've got a decent orbit set up. We're getting warp disrupted and webified. So we're down to around 200-ish meters per second. And our tank seems to be fine. We're not getting nuded. I think we got it. I think we got this guy. Yeah, buddy. It's going to take us a while. It's going to take us a little bit of time, but I think we got him. Let's go. Let's go, little Gnosis. Love this. Lilium, thank you for the lurk. Nap time. Yes. Nice. Nice. Most people in EVE can never get past the losing ship parts of the game. Yeah, I mean, I guess that can be true, Alvaron. I mean, as you guys know, we just started playing in April. But I think that's one of the things I love the most about EVE Online is that it's okay to fail, and like the best way to learn is to go fail. Fail fast. Go fuck around and find out. That's always been our mentality. So doing something like what we're doing today, like throw together a little fit, throw together a Gnosis, you know, especially if you have like free ships, like a free Gnosis and things like that, that you can afford to lose and go mess around with. Go jump on in. Like a lot of the Winter Nexus event content that I've been seeing on YouTube and on Twitch and things like that have really been saying like you have to have these like super strong ships to go and do this stuff, to do these combat sites. But a little Gnosis with some T2 mods, it's not too bad, right? Success is measured one failure at a time, Spaz. Exactly right. That is exactly right. The high sec are easy. Okay. So the null, and the low sec ones are hard. Maybe we should go try a low sec one. I mean, as far as high sec goes, though, aside from having to worry about people stealing your stuff, you know what I mean? And out DPSing you, like, this guy can do just fine, it would appear. I love it. I love it. Lost a couple of drones. We lost 2 acolytes and an infiltrator. They will all be remembered. They shall be remembered. Let's see what we get. The low sec are the hardest. Maybe we'll have to try that. The sum of your failures is your experience, so what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's right. That's exactly right.